Hey guys, this is Zenthos. Today I'm going to show you how to import armor models into Dark Souls with Blender. All tool downloads will be in the description, so let's get started. So first off, I have this skin, or this skeleton that I got into Blender. I had to use 3ds Max for it, ironically, but it's the working player skeleton, so you'll need to start with this as a base. I'll have the download in the description. And you'll also need a few other tools. I have Aqua Model Tool, DSFBX Model Importer, and Flavor Editor. This is the Souls Modding Wiki. It has a list of all of the armor models, all the IDs for them, and you'll also need, unfortunately, this paid Blender add-on for better FBX importing, because Blender's native FBX importer is garbage, and I don't think it's even possible to work with it for this. So if you can't afford the $28, I'm sure there are other ways of getting it, is all I will say. But once you've gotten all those, again, I'll have all the downloads in the description. First thing to do is locate the armor you want to edit or import over. In my case, I'm just going to edit an existing armor, show you how that's done. So we're going to be editing the Boulder armor because it has skin because it's gendered, and I want to go over the nuances of that because there are some tricky things you got to deal with. But yeah, so I got that file located. I have it in this folder called tutorial files. First I'm going to use Aqua Model Tool with these settings checked and convert that flavor to an FBX. Also going to Yabber the folder. The one with the underscore is the Aqua Tool one. I'll just name it as such. And the one without has the vanilla TPF and flavor, which we will need for later. So, let's go ahead and open the Aqua Tool file, and we're going to import that straight into Blender with the Better FBX importer. I use the default settings here, so don't worry about changing anything. Just import. First thing you'll notice probably is it's flipped the wrong way. So go ahead and select that armature and do RZ180, and then these need to not be parented to that armature. So we're going to change in the modifiers to the correct armature, and then do Control L to copy the modifiers to all of them. All of them should be good now. And then go ahead and Alt P to clear and keep transformation. Then we can delete this extra empty and this extra armature. Now, a couple other things. If you go to the data, you'll see all these extra UV maps. We can just clear those. We only need the one, and also clear the color attribute. This isn't really a necessary step, but you'll probably freak out less at the errors DSFBX gives you. It gives you a lot of them. Okay, and for the skin, we can just delete it because we're going to be merging from the original flavor for the skin, since importing skin has issues, which I won't really go into. That's all you need to know. There's problems when you try to re-import skin. But lastly, besides making the model edits you actually want to make, we remove all these materials because we do all the material setup in Flavor Editor, and we rename all these meshes. So I'm going to keep the suffix they have, like mesh 2, 3, 4, and 1, and I'm going to replace the whole beginning with BD_M space vertical line thing space. So we have that BDM corresponds with the prefix they have in their parts B and D. So since this is a body for the male, that's what we name it. That's just the naming convention DSFBX expects. So once we've done all that, I'll go ahead and just make an obvious edit. Let's make it thick in the front. Okay. Once we've done that, we can export at Better FBX Exporter. And I'll call it chess piece. I already have a name for it, because I tried recording this once and it was bad. But yeah, these are my settings. You can copy them slowly. I think the main things I changed were FBX version. I unchecked pretty much everything here. Unchecked edge crease and changed smoothing groups to none. And then if you open DSFBX model importer, just choose the FBX that you just exported up here. Choose your Dark Souls.exe here, and here import the vanilla parts B and D. Put your model ID 2560, again that's the one right here. Model type armor, armor type human, rotate normals checked. I probably have a couple extra things here that you don't see. But that's fine, don't worry about it. I'm just using a patched version of this. And press import. So the only errors you'll get are all texture related. If you want, you can look at how it looks in game right now. You'll be surprised probably because the textures aren't there. You'll just see a bunch of cat faces. So let me see if I even have the armor. Yeah, I already have it equipped. Yeah, bunch of cat faces. That's just the default DSFBX material it gives if you don't have a material. And sadly, you can't set them up in Blender like you can in 3ds Max. So now for the next step is setting up those materials in Flavor Editor. So I'm going to open two instances of this. First, the vanilla one, which I already have right here. This one will look correct. Yeah. And then we'll open a second instance of it. This one we will find by locating our folder. Let me delete that. It shouldn't have been unpacked already. But when you go to your parts folder, if you say sort by date modified, you can see the one you just imported. Just yabber it, go up, and now it'll show up here. So this is our modded flavor. It'll open up another window with it. You can see all the funny cat faces. So basically all we need to do here is copy the mesh names and the materials. So these ones match up. 1 is 0, 2 is probably 1. Yeah, so we can assume they're all in order. Let's go to materials, and I'm just going to rename these to the same thing they are up there. Believe it or not, these are actually important, because if they have a hashtag like that, that's a model mask. It means it's probably going to be hidden by other armor pieces if they have like a certain param checked. The flags I don't think matter, so I'm going to skip over them. And then over here we have the materials. P metal DSB is the default, so all of them have them right now. So we can just skip these two. And then P dual leather edge for the other two. You don't need to worry about the rest of the path, just the name and the file extension. Then we can scroll all the way to the right here, edit textures, and we're just going to copy those as well. Again, you don't need a path, just the texture name. these are always going to be S and N. And once you change these, make sure to press OK for it to save. I'm going to check all these. So the 3 and 4 have the same names. S, N, OK. Okay, and then this one that was 2. So it's 2S and 2N. Okay. None of it's textured right now. That's because we got to replace the TPF again. But next, let's go ahead and you know what? I'll do that first. Yeah, let's fix the textures. So let's go back to our vanilla parts BND. We have that TPF, and then let's go back to the unpacked modded file and replace the TPF there. And you'll see that when I yabber again and I unequip and re-equip it, oops, I messed up somewhere. So let's troubleshoot that. Weird. Let me save again. Let me yabber it again. Oh, yep, I just forgot to save. That's all it was. But yeah, now let's add the skin because that's missing. Everything else is good, but the skin is missing. So we will go back to our vanilla file in Flavor Editor, and let's just delete everything that is not skin. So this Japanese text, that is the material name and mesh name for skin. I'm just going to delete everything that is not the skin, and I'm going to save this as skin.flavor. And then also I'm going to go to the file, export bones, and just call this bones.json. The reason we do that is because this has 80 bones, and if we go back and open our modded flavor, you'll see it has 84. And that's because all of the meshes we imported for some reason added extra bones as well. So we're going to load the original just to avoid any issues. Once you've done that, you can model merge the skin. Now the skin is back. So when we save again, and when we repack again, the skin will be there. Unfortunately, that is something you have to do anytime you are importing model with skin. You'll have to use a vanilla files skin model, just because when you try importing things that have skin, you will see a lot of artifacting for whatever reason. Doesn't seem to be a problem with other vanilla models, but skin in particular, since it's connected between various parts, I guess is a special case. But yeah, that's the whole process of exporting a vanilla armor piece and editing it, re-importing it. Hope you guys found that helpful. Hopefully the video wasn't too long. If you need to watch it slowly, do that. Go step by step, pause the video. Let me know if you have any questions though. I'm on the server named Discord. Name is just Senthos. See you guys later.